Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth, a place here where I play with paper and turn it into magic most of the time. Okay, we're in day 31. This might stretch into 1 or 2 more days, but I am home in Columbia, and I am adding some more color to the edges of these journaling spots, the story sections. And if you watched yesterday's video, yesterday I put a lot of paper down. And today I'm going back in and adding some paint, trying to reflect the colors either on the journaling spot or the page opposite, the spread opposite. And using a variety of, goodness gracious, Ranger, Michael's products, Artist Loft brands, or just regular craft paint you can get at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or wherever. The thicker ones are from Ranger, but mostly, I think. But just adding color and trying to blend the colors that are on the opposite page most of the time with what I have there already. And I only need to add borders because the journaling sections, the story sections, will cover up the center. So, and I'm also trying to dab off extra paint onto scraps that I can then put in my Hobonichi or in the next journal or in 25 journals down the road. Who knows? There's a couple pages that are getting harder and harder for me to figure out. I skip a couple. And this one is all the Picasso faces. I actually added, what did I add? Green? Yeah, green, and there's purple already there. And I cannot remember if I added a little black. Oh, I did add purple. There's a purple spot down at the bottom. But just trying to fill in some gaps. I don't want it to all be paint, and I don't want it all to be paper. I want a mishmash for the borders in general. This one was actually, I still love this page. This one was fun, and the story that goes with the page before it is title changes. So I went with a huge black Sharpie and just wrote title changes twice in very sloppy writing to replicate the writing that's on the right hand side. This one I added some fluorescent yellow and I think some more black maybe. Yeah, I think so, because there's a lot of grunge on this page. And this was the prompt I gave myself for this one was kind of like war. These were work stoppages. Why Sarah Sloth or her compatriots in her aquatic archaeology business may not be able to perform their duties is, one of them being war or a battle going on or whatever. Anyhow, so this one is for joints or a broken bone or an illness. So I'm replicating the colors that are on the opposite side over there. Some pinks, some browns, and maybe a little turquoise. I can't remember if I added that in there, but this was really fun and it's freeing. I made the decisions yesterday when I put the paper down. Actually, I made the decisions when I did the spreads. This one I can't figure out yet. And this one I added some brown across on the opposite side. The paper was already painted. So, and I used it on both sides. And I just added a little bit of brown and to replicate the color in all the trunks or treasure chests on the other side. And here's a scrap of piece of paper. I think I had a typo on this one, so I'm using it to blot some more paint, and that piece of paper will appear somewhere down the road too. The paintbrushes in the picture to my left are going to go on the inside of the book somewhere. Those are from Where Women Create, and I've had that picture for years, and I decided this is the place to use it. This is another one that had a lot of like a mulberry color and some fluorescent yellow. So I'm adding a bright red from Ranger and then that bright fluorescent yellow, which is very transparent. So I'm having to add some brown to the bright red, the bright pink, to make it a more muted mulberry color. It's not exactly the same color, but it works. It's fine. It's good enough. It'll blend a lot better with the page next to it than it did before with all this other writing on it. And on that one, I have a doubloon cut out from somewhere that can still go with my writing somewhere also. And there were a lot of circles on that one that had black Stabilo. Why I chose to do Sharpie is beyond me, but oh well, it's done now. Can't remove the Sharpie once you put it down. But anyhow, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be an exact replica. I just wanted a lot of the same color family going on the opposite page, if I could figure that out. I don't like that sloth. I got to skip that one. This one I kind of really like. It has all that bronze or copper dots on the border, so I went around with bronze/copper on the edges onto this one. I wasn't getting the same exact color, so I brought out another color which had a little bit more opaque, so that works a little better. And just adding my spots, but then I went in with the Stabilo and kind of made some frames around, like as if the frames were on the edge of the bronze spots, and that worked well with those squares that are on the opposite page. And I think I even added a tiny bit of pink, but yeah. Drove home this morning, very uneventful, which was nice, not as foggy like it was last time. There was fog, but not nearly as much. And here's where the little tiny bit of pink came in. I kind of like that one. There's a lot less white, but it's still, it's fine. It's fine. And then there's a little bit of yellow on the opposite side, so I brought in a little bit of yellow too. I like how this turned out. But again, it's just me kind of working on the frames around the story sections, using clues or pointers or direction from the page opposite, or maybe even the page before it. In some cases, if I had already done them, I might have used pages before it. And then all of the wording is being printed on pages that I've already made, and I muted them and then put a little bit of white over it in Procreate and then wrote the story. So this is really a fun, clear your brain out after you had a 3-hour drive exercise, and I love it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.